All right, guys, so in this video, we are going to be building out a booking calendar that is going to work with Google Calendars only. This calendar does not work for Outlook videos, so if you are utilizing Outlook, please make sure that you watch the other video to get your account properly connected, okay? Full disclaimer, and now we're moving on. So if I'm in the dashboard section right here, I'm going to navigate to the calendar section, okay? And in the calendar section, there is a button right here that says calendar settings. And once it's finished loading, go ahead and click on the calendar settings button right here, okay? That will take you to this page. Now you will see that there is a number of calendars that might have been built inside of your system. My recommendation is to build one from scratch, okay? So we're going to click on the create calendar right here, and we have 4 different types of calendars, okay? So if you're utilizing Google, you need to click on the personal booking calendar. This is specifically a private calendar specifically for you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call this one Book with Jonathan Farrell. And I'm going to change this back half URL to something along the lines of book a call with Jonathan or something along those lines. Now, I know that that slug is already taken. If you guys notice and you type in a slug that is already taken, it will show up like this. You cannot create a calendar like this. So I'm just going to say book dash with dash JF or JZ. That'll work. Middle name. So we have set up this calendar. We are going to navigate down here to this little gearbox that says advanced settings. Okay, click on that button for me, and it is going to take you to a section that looks like this. Now, here is a number of different things that we can do on this page. We have the logo. Now, my recommendation is to add either a headshot or your logo. I'm going to go ahead and click upload and add this gentleman right here. I guess he's not working for me, but you would add your logo to the system. Okay. Description, I always just say I have, and I'll put this next to the description area. My calendar, just so you guys know, it looks a little bit like this, and I'll just show you the final product once it's done. So this little section right here says this is, GoHighLevel one-on-one coaching. I have a description. This is the description that I have. So when you make your edits and you add a description and you add your logo, it's going to show up right here at the top, and it will also show here on this description section. So I highly recommend changing that description so that way you guys have that inside of your system. Okay. Group, you can go ahead and leave blank. Now in the custom URL, we already did this. On this meeting title invitation, this is the meeting title that is going to go out to the client and to you. So I definitely recommend customizing this section right here. Now, you will see I typically say contact name. So for instance, if I'm talking with Kristen/Jonathan new meeting, right? Or something along those lines. Initial consultation, so, or mortgage loan application or something like that, right? We want to customize that because when Google sends out the calendar invite, it is going to say this in the calendar invite. So if you just have their contact name, they're just going to have something on their calendar that just says their name, and it's not going to make any sense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this right here, and I'm going to scroll down. Now you will see that it has select team member. I'm already selected. If you have multiple team members, you can add them to the system and you can assign them priority. Okay. You can also add multiple locations. So for instance, if I have a Zoom meeting, let's just say I have Zoom connected right here, but I also want to give them the option to meet with me at my office, I can go ahead and select a custom location, full address, and I can go ahead and say Denny's off of First Street. Okay, something along those lines. You can create multiple different locations and allow for them to select what works best for them on the location section. Okay, now if I go to the availability section, you will see that I have some different availability that has been set, right? Monday through, let's just say Friday. If I wanted to add Saturday, I can add Saturday and make that 10 to 2, or I can, make different changes on the different days. So for instance, if I'm picking up my kids every Wednesday, I can go ahead and say 1 o'clock is my last appointment because I pick up my kids from school and I'll have them until my wife gets home, right? Something along those lines. So you can customize your specific hours per the day as well. Okay. GoHighLevel just added this awesome feature. It is called the Look Busy feature. I do not personally utilize this on mine, but you can look busy and you can hide about 60% of your appointment slots. So that way your calendar looks much busier than than it is. So you can utilize that feature should you choose to. Okay. And in addition to that, we also have the meeting interval section. Now, on my calendar, just so you guys can see it real quick, I'm not using the Look Busy, I promise. I have these slots that are available. Now, I have mine set for 60-minute time slots, okay? And I have the duration set for 60 minutes as well. So I have my interval set for 60 minutes, okay? You can set yours for 15 if it's a short call, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you so choose. And then you can also set your duration. Okay. I will let you know my calendar is actually set up for a 45-minute call. Sorry, this is an hour call. I have another calendar set up for a 30-minute call with a 30-minute post buffer time. So what that does is that takes an hour and it blocks off an hour on your calendar. Okay, so this is great for people that have notes that they need to take after the meeting. They don't want to go back to back meetings, something along those lines. You can add some post buffer time to allow for you to have enough time to do whatever you need to, or you might be like me and talk a lot. Your meeting goes long. Okay, up to you guys. Now, I personally have my meeting calendar set for a 2-hour minimum scheduling notice, and what that means is people cannot book a call with me more than 2 hours in advance. Okay, this is very effective for people who are either traveling or do a lot of Zoom calls, and so that way you don't get booked. You're coming up here at lunchtime and you're getting ready to be booked, and you get a call booked. Okay, so I always set a minimum scheduling notice right here. I would also recommend, especially if this calendar is going to be online, that you have a date range selected. So for instance, I have a 7-day date range right here. Today is the 24th. I'm actually fully booked until this, so this wouldn't show you. But the first available appointment that I have is this is a 14-day date range, right? So we're on the 24th. I'm showing 14 days, so I have the ability for people to block off until the 8th. Okay, they could schedule with me for up to 14 days out. So I would do anywhere from 7 to 10 days on my date range personally. I would do 60-minute intervals for myself with a 30-minute duration with a 30-minute post buffer time. That's how I typically do the majority of my calendars. Okay, click on the save button, and now you're moving on. Let's just delete that. See if that works. Click on the save button. There we go. Okay, so moving on to forms and payment. Okay, you will notice here on this calendar, I have a pay because this is a coaching platform, right? So I've added a pay to book a call. That is this $150 right here. So in order to enable that, if you scroll down and click on the configure payment options, you can select your calendar to accept payments once you've connected your either Stripe account or payment processing account. Okay. Now I will go to the notifications options right here, click save, and I'm going to go to the acknowledgement email. Now it says who should receive this notification. We have the contact and the assigned user. I typically check these because we want them to be able to acknowledge that an appointment has been booked. Okay, right here, I will click on the allow Google or Outlook calendar to send invitations. Okay, so that way my Google Calendar can send the invitations. And if you are doing a round robin calendar, there's a section that says assign contacts to the representative calendar team members each time an appointment is booked. If you have a team, highly recommend clicking on this so that way the calendar assigns the contact to, calendar assigns the user to the contact. Okay. Now you can allow for rescheduling or cancellation. Okay, you can turn that off. Personally, I don't, but you can. Okay, so, and then if you have the customizations, you can customize your color scheme. You'll notice that on this calendar, it's blue. That's the default. You could change the primary color, change the look of it completely, and once you have done that, you can click on the preview widget and preview what this looks like. Okay, so again, that is how we build a calendar specifically for people who are utilizing the Google, uh, who are utilizing Google as their calendar. Okay, in the next video, I'll show you guys how to set up Outlook. Do not watch that video if you're not utilizing Outlook. You will not need it.